ఏంటి కలబట్టుకున్నావు? చెప్పు. ఎలా రా? ఏం చెప్పావు నువ్వు? HTML అయింది, C# రన్ అవుతుందని చెప్పావా? ఓకే. See, inheritance. I have class A, class father. Okay. I have a class father. Venkatesh. Class child. Okay. I want to create object for child class where what all the properties are available in father class need to be accessed. For that, I'm going to use :father. That means that father class inheriting the child class. I got my point. When I try to father class inheriting the child class, base class is going to be inherited by derived class. Which class is base class? Your base class is father class. Base or parent class or super class in Java. Right? Whereas here you will tell it as child class or derived class. Or you got my point? So inheritance is nothing but concept of creating a base class. Based on the base class, we are going to derive a derived class. It's nothing but inheritance. So what is inheritance? It is a concept of creating a base class in which deriving the derived class is known as inheritance. Right? So this is called inheritance. Let us do a small program. I create a project. I create a console app. Next, sample inheritance. Navid రాలేదా? కోమల రాలేదు, అమీద్ రాలేదు. I create a program class. Okay. And I create a father class. And I create a child class. Chilsa. Okay. Okay. So now in the child class, public void display is a method. I'm saying console dot write line. Console dot write line of child class inherit child class method executed. Right? Same way, same method I'm going to here the father class. I simply say father display. Okay. Here you can have father. Here you can have child display. Child display. Okay. So how many methods we have? A class, two classes have two methods. Now program does not have in method public static void here chills child is equal to new of chills. Now if you see here underscore child dot, how many method we have? How many method we have? Only the child method. Child display you have. I mean, sir, when I create object for chill, I want to get a parent class properties. What is my parent class property? Father display. So in the child class, I just go here, say father. I got my point. I'm just inheriting all the properties of my superclass into child class. All the properties of my superclass into child class. So once I come that, again in the program.cs, child dot. You got a father class? Yes. What it is saying? Void father dot father display. Void child dot child display. So by using inheritance, you can derive the property of father class as well as child class. Or you got my point? So now I'm using for the display. Console dot read line. Now you see child class method executed, father class method executed. Or you got my point? So this is called inheritance. This is typically called as inheritance. Okay, this is typically called as inheritance. Now you understand what is inheritance? It is a concept of creating a base class based on that to derive a derived class. Sir, I have one more question. If I have a constructor of father class, if I have a constructor of father class, వస్తుంది పోతుంది వస్తుంది పోతుంది. Okay, I'm having a father constructor. Father class constructor. Okay, similar fashion to create constructor, CTOR, simply put, CTOR. Okay, just put tab. Okay, automatically father class. Now here, now I build the project. Here, I'm trying to run. You see, first which is executed, second, child class. After that, child, after that, other class. Okay. Now I put always when you try to create an object of child class, the first execution will happen in your father class text. Are you got my point? So, what is your third point? Second point? If we are implementing constructor in inheritance, right? If you are implementing constructor in inheritance, always while trying to create an object, while we try to create an object, parent class constructor will be executed first. Parent class constructor will be executed first, right? Subsequently, the other child class constructor will be executed. Subsequently, other child class constructor will be executed. That's all for today. Tomorrow I'm going to pass parameters and types of inheritance. How to pass parameter of a constructor. So what is inheritance? It is a concept of creating a base class. Based on the base class, we are going to derive the derivative class. It's known as inheritance. If we are implementing constructor in inheritance, while we try to create an object, parent class constructor will be executed first. No, it's an interview question. They will simply ask you, I have a class 1 and class 2. Class 2 will be derived by class 1. Tell me which constructor will be executed. You have to tell that father class constructor will be executed first.
Base class would be inherited by the child.
No, that is yes, okay, but the actual industry standard people will talk like this. Industry people will talk like this. Or you got my point. So as per my knowledge, this is more enough. Because don't make things complicated. Crystal clear answer. See, if you see my notes, every line will be crystal clear. The purpose of that particular line is more important. That is how you have to prepare your interviews. See, are you aware of not? When I'm teaching the class of hoops concept, you are understanding that there are interview questions in that. Static constructor చెప్పాను ఎంత మీనింగ్ఫుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి దాంట్లో పక్కన మీ మైండ్కి వస్తుంది పాయింట్స్ ఉంటే ఈజీ ఇఫ్ యూ ఎనీ లాంగ్వేజ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఎనీ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ లర్న్ లైక్ ఎ పాయింట్స్ యూ విల్ రిమెంబర్ ఇఫ్ యూ లర్న్ లైక్ ఎ థియరీ ఇట్ విల్ గో ఇన్ టు ఓషన్ ఓకే మై ఇంటెన్షన్ ఇస్ టు టీచ్ యూ ఇన్ పాయింట్స్ సో దట్స్ ద రీజన్ ఐఎమ్ పుట్టింగ్ a point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Okay, if I have 5 points, yes, absolutely, you can register your mind. In parallel, you have to implement. Implement, understand, create a point. Implement, understand, create a point. కొందరు ఏం చేస్తారు పవర్ పాయింట్ పెట్టేసి పాయింట్స్ మొత్తం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేసి దే విల్ కమ్ అండ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్. అలా చేయకూడదు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద వే టు లెర్న్. ద వే టు లెర్న్ ఇస్ ఆన్ ఫ్లై ఇంప్లిమెంట్, understand that point, create a point. Okay. Tomorrow morning 7.